Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Really messed that up right off the bat. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Seahawks Coast with me, Joe Stevens from SeahawkTalk. And to my left is Zach from ZachTalksHawks. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. We actually get to talk about real life football. I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
yeah, kind of. I just want to let the viewers know, okay? I know you guys noticed I've been to every Seahawks game since I've started this uh, channel. The Rona kept me down on Thursday, dude. I had COVID so bad I didn't go to the game. Um, I was only going to go to one preseason game anyway, so I ended up switching it with my uncle. But yeah, so that kind of sucked last week. Other than that, how has your last week been?
Um, just in terms of football, pretty good. Everybody's moving and grooving now with real people on the football field. Some we will only see two more times, and some that we can get excited about, like future Hall of Fame running backs that nobody ever thought we have. But I'm
Yeah,
ready to overreact and overpromise, and
yeah.
that's
Let me
that's
pull up
what
the
this time of year
roster
is all
here.
about.
Let me pull up the numbered roster here because I didn't rewatch the game like I normally do. Normally, I rewatch a game before we go on the podcast, or at least the condensed game, just to kind of get a feel. I didn't today because I was like, I don't know.
It was a tie.
Yeah, that's the only reason. Want to say what's up to Peo Time? How you doing? Um, one sec. Let me see. Number 31, whoever that guy was. Kind of forget his last name at the moment.
Oh, he's a running back. I
Yeah, Jacardi Wright.
yeah.
Jacardi Wright. All right, that guy's the next Barry Sanders or Walter Payton, depending on who you talk to. Um, let's I guess start with the running backs. Um, I thought number Jacardi Wright ran great. I was a little upset with what we saw out of Damian Martinez.
Yeah, you were on the Damian Martinez train, and I know on the broadcast, they were talking about how they really appreciate his vision and all that stuff. I just felt like he really kind of fell flat. Like it wasn't. They gave him a few opportunities, six
Just
touches, but he tried to have a catch in space. Really didn't go anywhere either, and um,
it's
yeah, just kind of flat.
yeah. Personally, like I'm pretty sure he like dropped the ball on one of the kick returns. Um, that I'm like 90% sure that was him, and then just a flat is a good word. It seemed like he was kind of like it seemed like he didn't really want to be there. Is honestly kind of what it seemed like, and I don't know. I wasn't very impressed with him and how he ran. I don't know. It just seemed like he was like, oh, can we get the preseason over with? And it's like, dude, what was he, a 6th-round draft pick? Uh, there's
Make
no
that ball.
guarantee you make the roster, but moving to a positive, how about George Halani coming back this year? Um, and he looked amazing. I was a
Yes,
fan. He looked like the best Boise State running back in that game.
I know. How crazy is that? And Seahawks Twitter had some fun with that as well, with a little jab. And
Mhm.
but yeah, Halani ran great in open space. I thought his vision was really good. Um, Being able to sort of bounce stuff. He had some success between the tackles, but ultimately like bouncing stuff outside and being able to get the corner. And um, it was that was cool. Like,
Mhm.
all right, I see you. Like two tight end sets, the return of the fullback, which I can't
Yeah.
believe we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah, I was
Um,
gonna say while we're on running backs, let's talk about Robbie Oots because he seems like he's gonna be a guy that makes the roster, and he seems like he's gonna be a guy that gets quite a bit of playing time, probably like 25% of the snaps, which is
yeah,
insane.
yeah,
I mean, that
and
doesn't sound like a lot, but 25% of the snaps as a fullback is a lot in today's NFL. So,
The off scheme, we were told, hey, this is going to look really different. And 2 tight end sets, fullback. I thought he blocked really well.
yeah,
He
on
did.
the Helani touchdown.
Yeah. And I'm pumped. Like, I'm a big fullback fan. So, yeah,
Me too.
return of the fullback.
I've been a fullback fan for years. I mean, really since about I'd say 2020, because the last real fullback we had, I believe, was Will Tukawafu, who I met his wife at the Starbucks at the game. And I don't know, it was just a casual just conversation. And she goes, my husband was the last fullback for the Seahawks. And I said, who was he? Will Tukawafu? Just, and she goes, you're one of the only people I've ever heard pronounce our last name right. And I was like, sick, dude. It was him.
No way.
Yeah. This was 2 years ago. But no, it's been killing me that it's been underutilized, not just with the Seahawks, just in the whole NFL. And it's like, okay, this has been a position since the beginning of time, really, since the beginning of football. And I get everybody wants to be flashy and go outside, but sometimes we need 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And I think that's going to be this offense a lot.
Big Ten football, baby. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we're good. Big Ten football is what the Seahawks are really going for. But you'll see some other stuff. Obviously, it won't just be run it. We're not 2024 Michigan. We're gonna have a quarterback, which I guess we can get to next. I thought Drew Lock, other than one of the dumbest throws, it was a typical Drew Lock throw, right? You're like, oh, this guy's kind of like Brett Favre light. He's not as good as Brett Favre. He's as bad as Brett Favre. He throws a bonehead interception. Other than that, I thought he looked decent for a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
All right.
12 of 22, 147, 1 TD, and that terrible interception. It was so funny. Right before the pick, they were talking about how, he's matured, he's smart with the football, has looked great during camp pick. And I'm like, oh, no. And for him to bounce back and play pretty well, I thought he sensed the pressure, what little there was, which will be a whole nother conversation with that group of guys on the offensive line. I thought he managed it pretty well for a guy we hope we don't see. So, good stuff out of Drew. Yeah,
and then Jalen Milroe, what I was afraid about, I think we talked about this going into the game. I was afraid he was going to ball out. And I was afraid that Seahawks fans were going to, why aren't we starting this guy? And we're going to hear it at some point throughout the season. I'm not stupid. I went to a game last year where this guy was like, Sam Howell needs to go in. And I'm like, we already saw him. He sucks. And then he goes, he's faster than Geno Smith. I go, he's not. He just runs the ball more than Geno Smith. He's definitely not faster than Geno Smith. We're going to see that. I think we'll see some packages with him, like a Taysom Hill, but not Taysom Hill because I don't like Taysom Hill. But we saw it on that big run that got called back for a hold. We saw his explosiveness, and that got me kind of excited.
Yeah. When he went out on that bootleg and scooted down the sideline, I was like, oh, he is very, very fast.
Mm-hmm.
And so that could be cool later down the road. And
2 years.
I mean, 6 of 10, 61 yards, no touchdowns. I thought he threw the ball pretty well into coverage. I thought he saw the field pretty well. He was able to slide and make time in the pocket. He had this one sidearm throw out around a linebacker and hitting his guy, and I was like, ooh, okay. There's something there.
There's potential.
Yes, yes.
It's
not right
not. Yeah, I mean, we saw it on the 4th down try. That would have basically iced the game, and not tied it. He should have tucked it and ran. Instead, he kind of had a throw to the tight end, which was just, it zipped out of his hand. He has great arm strength, but I just don't think the decision making's there quite yet. So
Yeah. Could have ran. I had some green.
Yeah, could have ran. I don't know. It did look a little congested, but I don't think that pass had a chance of being caught. So let's talk about tight ends. There was a lot of tight end usage, which looked nice. I like that. I think I can really only think of one play where Arroyo kind of came back to the ball. Saw that the quarterback was kind of under pressure, came back to the ball, caught it. I think it only ended up being like 6 yards, but that's perfect. That's what we need, right? This offense, we're not trying to, like we talked about earlier, we're not going to try to blow the top off every play. This isn't Brian Schottenheimer of 2020, okay, of the first half of the season where it's let Russ cook. This is going to be a very team-oriented offense, and I kind of like the tight end room. I think we talked about that a little bit last time. I don't remember if Noah Fant was released yet the last time we talked, but I don't mind it.
And you already know I love our tight end room. I think it's young and exciting, and you got guys on that in that room that can do a little bit of everything. They talked about, especially after that catch that you talked about from Arroyo, was they were like, they almost look at him kind of like as another giant wideout. And I'm like, yeah, I can see it because his athleticism is so good. Man, I'm pumped about the tight end room and how they're going to use him, right? Where in the past, I mean, I just felt like Seattle had tight ends because it's a required roster spot. And
even Jimmy Graham.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably our best tight end in the history of the team. He wasn't very good here. We kind of just force-fed him the ball, and that's why he had so many yards.
So, yeah, and just your boy, your wife's man, Jake Bobo, got 2 catches. So, he's fighting, dude. He's doing everything he possibly can.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's going to make it, to be completely honest.
I don't know either, but he's trying.
He's a vibes guy for sure. Yeah, I don't know. The receiver room, I think we saw a lot from Torrey Horton that we've been hearing about.
Yes.
Obviously.
Man, how haven't we talked about this guy? Like,
because I've been going down the line. I've been kind of trying to save the O-line for last. But I don't know. Torrey Horton, he was really kind of the only one that popped to me during the game. I don't know. Can you say somebody else in the wide receiver room that you got super excited for other than him?
Not particularly, no. But at the end of the day, you only need one more, right? With the offense that we're running. And if it's just one guy making plays, I mean, he looked so good in his route tree and just making separation. And, you have to watch the film for when he's not the guy catching the ball. But, man, he looks so sharp. And you heard all this hype out of camp. Like, yeah, this guy, he could be a steal. And part of it was he's coming off of an injury. And I if this winds up being a big steal, like tip of the cap to management, to noticing that, to say, hey, even as the roster is constructed, we still have a need. And let's take a flyer on a guy that can really turn some heads. So I know it's one preseason game, but everything during camp really correlated with what we saw.
Yeah, and kind of a bit of a negative is I don't know if Valdez-Scantling makes the roster, because I think Horton's going to take what Valdez-Scantling was supposed to be, which is fine. That's completely fine. Obviously way younger on a rookie salary. Uh, what round was he picked in? 4th, 5th?
5th.
Yeah. Obviously not making a lot of money. He looks the part so far, so that wouldn't bug me. But let's get to our offensive line. And let's get to Gray Zabel, who on the first play of the game, we thought, oh my God, we just drafted a bust.
Yeah.
Definitely
But it
got
wasn't. But it wasn't.
Get that out of the way. Our offensive line, once again, the Raiders played a lot of starters. And I think
For a
that
long time.
And I think that's why I feel more positive about the offensive line than I would have a normal preseason game. Now we'll see this week because I think we're going to see a lot of Chief starters because I think we're going to play our starters basically the whole first half, if not just the first quarter. So I don't know. I guess tell me how you feel about it. I'm feeling 10 times better. We still have to see Charles Cross in there because he had surgery on his finger and he's out. Which, when I first heard he had surgery, I was like, oh my God, he's gone for the season. Then I heard it was on his finger, and I was like, cut it off and actually play. So,
the things we require of other humans we don't know for our own entertainment. Like,
hey, we're not
just off your finger, man.
We're not making millions of dollars. Sorry.
No,
I'll cut off a finger for a first round rookie contract.
I'd have to think about it. I like my fingers. But the offensive line, you hit the nail on the head. Pete, as much as he rah-rahed and talked through the media sludge of going back to Seattle, and this just being like just another game, like this is the game that's in front of us. Like, he wanted to win that game,
and I don't blame him. Do you?
I don't blame him either. I do wish he was a bit more honest. And yes, he has nothing but good things to say about his time here, but it got pretty old pretty quickly over his. It was so fake. His fake ambivalence of going back, and then you see him on the field, and he's walking around with blitz, and he's throwing gum in the stands, and
I don't know. I don't mind him. I can't. I'm gonna be honest. I have nothing. I just can't find a negative thing to say about him.
I'm not saying like I don't. I think a better turn of phrase is like, let your words match your actions. Like, lead with authenticity. And it felt like leading up to it, he downplayed it so much. And then as soon as he got there from and like, it's fine. Like, Pete, like, if you're gonna come back and have fun and embrace the city and play to win, which he absolutely did by leaving his starters out for forever and a day, playing the second
stringers, the
second forever and a day, and like, just, it's okay. Like, you have been in this league for long enough where everybody's gonna look at that and go, yeah, that's Pete. Like, just own it. And the raw like, just another game stuff, and then turning around and playing your second string quarterback for a year and a half, playing your defensive starters for multiple drives. Like, it's like, okay, I understand you want to win. I probably would have known that in my heart, but just own who you are, dude. Like, everybody loves it. And so that would have been like my nitpick. But
Nothing really bugged me about it.
But to go back to the offensive line, you nailed
I
it.
guess that's where we're going.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot.
You nailed it. Like, because they faced that level of adversity for as long as they did, I thought the pocket was in form. They did what they needed to do. You talked about it on this show in person. The inability to open up run lanes last season seems like, at least for right now, that they're working together a lot better as a unit in order to make run lanes. So that's all. It's super exciting. That is so exciting.
Yeah. But I mean, other than the first play, Zabel looked awesome. I think we're going to have a different left tackle than who started. I don't even remember who was the starter at left tackle. It wasn't Stone Forsythe, that's for sure.
Woo!
Yeah. And it wasn't Oluwatimi who started. It was that guy from North Dakota State. So that had to have a little bit of continuity. I don't mind the guy, Sundell. Sundell started at center. And he played with Zabel at North Dakota State. So I think that's kind of a cool connection. I don't know. It just was very positive and something that we've been super negative about for a long time. That's all I can put it. Let's see how we look on Friday and kind of come back, and see, just because I don't want to get my hopes up too much.
So, Geno Smith, he also played.
Yeah, I thought he looked good.
I thought he looked good too, and just doing Geno Smith things, and then the Geno Smith interaction.
Yeah,
is that what that word is?
Yeah, so I want to give my take on this first, if that's okay, just because I've been to so many Seahawks games. So I sit in the center of the south end zone. The visitors tunnel to my right. I'm kind of shaded towards the visitors tunnel just a little bit. That fan has been to every Seahawks home game since I've been 5 years old. The fan that held the Jamarcus Russell Geno Smith sign. If you go back and watch the DVD, I almost like screen recorded it. I almost popped it in my Xbox and took a video. He's been holding signs like that forever. In 2005, or the DVD of the 2005 Super Bowl run, we played the Panthers in the NFC Championship. He shakes the hand of the owner of the Panthers and then holds up a sign that says Carolina Panthers, the Walmart of the NFL. I've seen him with way worse signs. That's his thing, which is totally fine. And he's been on this isn't this guy's first time on the news either. The Bills played us, and I believe it was 2016. It's when Rex Ryan was coaching for him. He had like a misogynistic thing because they had a woman coach, like assistant coach. In 2008, we played the Jets, the snow game. Jets players threw snowballs at him. Okay. That's this guy's thing. It does not bug me one bit that this guy is holding up signs like this, because I've seen him with way worse signs than that one. Geno Smith doesn't bug me one bit, because I thought the whole interaction was kind of funny. And also, who cares? He's not, but I hate the casuals. I never thought I'd say that. Casual Seahawks fans on Twitter going, oh, this fan shouldn't be holding a sign like that. He's been doing it since the stadium opened. And guess what? He's been wearing the same jersey since the stadium opened. It's kind of funny. It says our house on the back and then number 1. I mean, I don't mind that guy. I don't mind Geno Smith flipping him off, because none of it matters. And if anything, I think Geno Smith lightheartedly did it.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to fight that guy. I just thought it was funny. Where are you at on this? I'm sorry for hogging the
No. Hey, you're the guy that's there. I wouldn't have never known that about that fan, and to hear like, nah, he's a regular.
Every home game.
Yeah, that's
that
pretty
I've
good.
ever been to. Yeah.
So,
Sorry.
personally, I have, my own convictions about the double bird, and it's not a gesture I would find myself doing, just because of who I am and what I do. But put that to the side.
Yep.
I don't have a problem with it at all, like zero. And I looked at that sign and I was like, this guy is just being a funny dude. Like, he's a bit of a doofus. That's a bit of a hot take. And I think when we saw Gino look at that and show his displeasure, like, I thought the same thing you did, where I was like, Gino's like, he's playing into it. Like, oh, he's back home now and he's gonna, rile him up. And I personally, I don't have a problem with it at all. I think generally speaking, I think most fans appreciate what Gino has been able to do, not just here with us, but his story is remarkable. And
It's kind of like Sam Darnold.
Yeah, and like, we'll pump the brakes on Sam. If Sam can prove it this year, like, okay, now I don't know how, but we struck lightning twice. But to
be fair, it wasn't us; it was Minnesota. We didn't just take a flyer twice.
Yeah, and like, I think the NFL community looks at Gino's story and appreciates what he has done. I think for the majority of fans, other than like super greedy Seahawk fans, look at what Gino has done in our uniform and appreciate what he has done. So when I saw that interaction, I was like, like, it's all in jest. Like, I didn't have a problem with it at all.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we're kind of on the same page. We didn't have to fight about this one. But
no, not at all.
When you said I have my own feelings about the double bird, I was like, oh man, this guy's going full anti Geno Smith here.
No, I context matters.
I can
so like, so just quick. So for anybody watching that doesn't know, like, I'm a huge NASCAR fan, and
Kyle Busch, baby,
all the time, people are driving these cars one-handed because the other hand is out the window off the guy behind them, and it's most of the time in jest, like, oh, I got you. And so again, context matters. I think this Gino story fits that pretty well.
Yeah, my mom called me on Monday, or no, I lied. I totally lied, because I went to see my mom on Saturday. My mom goes on Saturday. She goes, man, can you believe that Geno Smith flipped off the stadium? I go, what are you talking about? She goes, I read this news article saying that he flipped off the stadium. And I go, no, he didn't. He flipped off the sign guy in the visitors tunnel. And who cares?
Yeah.
I looked up while we were talking what he did during the Bills game in 2016 is he yelled at the special teams assistant coach for the Bills, who was a girl. He said, hey, waitress, can you get me a Pepsi? Whatever. I really don't care. Like, I think hecklers are awesome. It's part of the game. You're getting paid millions of dollars. You're an assistant coach. You're getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. Guess what? Go do your job. We paid to be here, sorry if you're. I mean, it's not like he's taking offensive, like an extremely offensive stance or anything. You're getting paid millions of dollars to be here. We're paying hundreds of dollars to be here. Okay,
Yeah.
let us kind of say what we want, and the amount of times that I've held my middle finger up at Seahawks games from the age of like 10.
Not little boy Joe.
Yeah, from the age of like 10 to 27 is a lot more times than Geno Smith's held his middle finger up inside that stadium. I can promise you that. So I don't know. It irritated me on both sides. People that took his side and people that took Geno's side. It really, there's no side to take. I thought it was kind of, so sorry.
Yeah. Hey, I see you, Eric Wallace. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Hell yeah, Eric. Eric's the man. He's been on the show a couple times.
Oh, great.
Well, I think we've definitely chatted like on live before. I think it was like a multi when we used to do call-in shows and stuff. But yeah, Eric's the man. He's from Seattle. He's a Seahawks fan.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
More content will come out on that channel when the regular season starts. So
when he decides to grace you with it, Eric, is when that comes out.
So I'm a busy dude. I'm sorry. But if there's more subscribers, then who knows? I could just retire from what I do and just do this for a living. That would be. He'll do a
25-hour a day stream.
Man, some of those primetime games felt like a 25-hour stream. Let me tell you.
And the Bears game last year. I can't remember the last time. So obviously, I don't stream the games because I feel like me just telling you how I've used my middle finger at the Seahawks game since I've been a wee lad really tells you why I shouldn't stream the regular season games. I watched that and I was watching it with my friend. And I was like, I'm kind of bored right now. Like I've never been. How
do you think I felt? Just sitting, watching, being recorded, reacting.
Well, the thing is it wasn't like two great defenses going at it.
It was ineptitude.
Yeah, it was just two inept offenses just trying to like gain 10 yards in 4 plays, and it just never happened. They were like, oh, okay, yeah, let's punt it on 4th down.
What a time. What a game of our time.
Anything else to say about the Geno Smith thing?
No, I think we're good. Let's look forward to this week. I think there's a lot to learn coming up.
First thing to look forward to. Do you think Taylor is going to be at the game or no? I don't think she shows up for preseason.
I don't know. She just kind of had this giant podcast thing that just broke the internet. So, I mean, if she wants to capitalize on the new album drop, then she might show up.
Okay. Speaking about people hating on people, do you hate Taylor Swift?
No.
Okay, yeah, I'm not. I don't even know her music, to be completely honest. It's just like when they play the games and they pan to her for a second, people get pissed off and they're like, "Yo, they're showing Taylor Swift," and it's like, sorry. It's like they would have panned to a random person in the crowd anyways. Like, what are you getting mad about? Once again, this kind of takes me back to the Geno Smith thing. I just don't care. As long as they're showing the game on the field, why do I care if they show Taylor Swift in the stands?
Yeah. I mean, it does get old, but I'm not. There's a difference between it being like, yeah, I don't know if getting her reaction for everything is necessary. And then like some people are like angry. And
but like, also does it, I feel like it's people that don't actually watch football because like, is it negatively impacting your football watching that they show Taylor Swift?
Yeah. A few plays later, I'm going to forget that they did that because if the game's good, then that's why I'm watching. So
yeah, exactly.
I think there's a good chance because she was just on. I
don't think she's making it.
Yeah, I think there's a really good chance she's there. So, and that will probably be our only Taylor watch we ever do.
We'll see. When
Unless
we play the AFC West next year.
they play each other in the Super Bowl. So
you mean when? When the Seahawks go to the Super Bowl?
It's an if. I mean, the Chiefs are getting older.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If the Chiefs manage to make it that far. Other things to look for other than Taylor Swift. I think you look at the offensive line. I think we're going to go against starters again this week, at least for the first quarter. Let's see how they hold up against. I don't know if guys like Chris Jones are going to play, but I know probably like Karlaftis is going to play and other starters, right? That's really what we're looking for. We're looking for NFL caliber starters against our first team offensive line. And let's see if they can hold up. And if they do, I think I'm going to be a little bit more positive than I was this week going into, I guess, the regular season. So,
yeah, I am glued to the offensive line. I also want to see what Horton winds up doing in this game against maybe a more polished team, whether it be ones or two action. We don't know. But I want to be able to be more confident. I am already confident. I also want to say that Horton hears a Seahawk. When that catches fire, that came from me. I am the first that coined it and made it to Twitter. And it right off the dome, poetry. Taylor, if you need creative ideas, hit me up because that's the kind of art I'm making. And let me tell you, later on in the game, started seeing it more. And I'm like, I was there first. I did it first.
Do you like how so obviously I wasn't on the game because at the game or even had people over because I was on Twitter like a motherfucker. I was like, I'm going to tweet this into blank space and no one's ever going to see it, but whatever. I did somebody posted when he scored a touchdown, Horton hears a who, and I just tagged you in it. I was like, sick.
I was excited that this idea is going to catch on, hopefully, but it needs to be Horton here's a Seahawk. And
you can be like the guy that invented the name Legion of Boom. No one ever gives that guy credit.
I know. The pieces have been laid. Like,
and you know that guy.
Could be that guy.
You know that guy who invented the name the Legion of Boom because it all started just from people calling him whatever, right? You know the guy who first said it, it's like, I said it first. God damn it. I should have trademarked that.
I want that disappointment in my life. And to know, like, oh man, I'm the pioneer here. Nobody knows. But
without me, this would not have happened.
Yes. It would have happened fractionally more slowly. And I'm looking forward to seeing him. Obviously, if everybody plays, you want to see Sam and hope that he looks good. And
part of me hope he looks like he sucks, right?
Oh.
Obviously, I don't really hope this. I want to see him like throw three interceptions. Like 2 completions, and then he sucks, and then everybody's bagging on him on Twitter. Sorry, excuse me. And then week 1 he throws for like 400 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Like expectations are super low.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
He just blows it out of the water. Yeah,
exactly.
I can get on board with that.
Obviously, it would kind of suck to see him do really bad this weekend or Friday night, but
because you know what would happen, right?
Twitter, dude.
Well, Jalen Milroe would just ball out, and then
even if he doesn't, the name value's there. It'll be that guy talking about put Sam Howell in. It's gonna be a repeat of that guy. So, anything else? Oh, Nick Emmanwori. We didn't really talk about the defense at all. I'm excited to see him more this week.
Me too. He looked quick, and it
Mhm.
was great to see him be able to start to figure out what a Mike Macdonald defense looks like. It's good to know that when Nick makes a stop on 3rd and 35, he doesn't celebrate like a fool and bark at the opposing team sidelines like a former Seahawk would. And
dude, I
yeah,
can't believe I'm the only one that like talked about that. I was like, dude.
I know. I know. So for anybody that didn't catch that, so Jamal Adams on the Raiders now, fighting for his life, playing linebacker because, now he needs a career. And
you even heard Marcus Marcus Robinson. Sorry.
Michael Robinson?
Michael Robinson.
Penn State
I almost
quarterback.
said Marcus Trufant. I'm like, God, why am I blanking on his first name? So Michael Robinson goes, yeah, I guess he's playing linebacker because he kind of struggled in coverage. It's like, yeah, no shit.
And
There was okay, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, and he just, I was just gonna reiterate, like, him making the basic plays and then losing his dang mind against people on the sideline for a team he doesn't play for is because, like, listen, it's not like the last job Jamal Adams had was on the Seahawks.
No, it was the Titans.
It was the
No,
Titans.
it was the Lions.
Oh, yes,
yeah,
it was the Lions.
It was Lions.
Still, that's how, like, far removed we are from this story. And I don't know, man. It's weird.
Here's another thing that Jamal Adams did. Okay. I remember I called my friend. We were watching the game, and I go, oh, shit, Jamal Adams is in. He goes, just look for him. Throw it that way. And he did. He was in zone coverage. And I forget. I think it was Arroyo. I swear it was a tight end. Like 5 yards to the left of him was the guy who caught the ball. He just caught it. I'm sure Jamal Adams it was 1st and 10. He gained 8 yards. And then Jamal Adams hopped up and started celebrating that he made a tackle. I can't stand that. I cannot stand. I don't mind players celebrating. He doesn't know when to do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
anyway,
honestly,
Nick,
irritated me.
Our boy Nick.
Yeah, Emmanwori is going to be what Jamal Adams was supposed to be. And even if he's half of what Jamal Adams was, that's like it's a pretty big upgrade.
So news around the league.
Jerry Jones still hasn't signed Michael Parsons.
And he has beaten stage 4 cancer.
See, I wasn't really going to bring that up.
And he openly said the quiet part out loud where he was interviewed and literally said, if we're not in the news, I'm going to make us into the news.
Well, sounds about right.
I'm like, how? Why does he still have a microphone?
Does he think this is professional wrestling? Because that sounds like
it's literally like a telenovela of bad football decisions.
I don't think he realizes. Like, you remember in the 90s, like the late 90s, there was like WCW and WWE, and they were both kind of like battling out for who has like the better ratings. It's like Jerry Jones, but he doesn't realize that that's not the goal. The goal is to like win football games, but he thinks, oh, I need to get the best ratings possible. I'll just say some dumb shit.
Yeah. Wild.
Um, other news. Shadur Sanders is hurt.
Womp, womp, womp. And this was going to be like pure cinema, man. We were going to get one half of Shadur Sanders, and then we were going to get one half of Dylan Gabriel, and they were going to duke it out. And then he gets hurt, and it looks
And
like
then Joe Flacco was going to start no matter what.
I know, and it looks like Shadur is he's probably not going to play. And man, I've never been more interested in a second or third string quarterback battle in my
Possibly
life.
fourth, because I think they have Pickett. They have Pickett.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's it's so bizarre, and they took it away from us. Football gods are brutal.
Oh, there was something else I was going to bring up. Football. Kenny Pickett. Aaron Rodgers, I don't know if you've seen this, but I guess he's addicted to kids. I don't know if you've seen this. Did you see that?
No.
I guess he was like Aaron. This kid was like, he was at these both happened at golf tournaments, and this kid goes, Aaron Rodgers, you almost hit me, and he just goes, almost doesn't count, then just walks away. And then this kid threw a football to another kid, threw a football to Aaron Rodgers, and then he missed. So Aaron Rodgers didn't catch it. He picks the football up and throws it the other way to the grandstands.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, that's sweet. Any other football news?
I found an interesting article, and I wanted to share it with you because, and I know it's not on your rundown, and I know you asked me for input for the show, and this is probably when I should have.
Your input sucked. Your input was bad.
It was just fangirling over the Seahawks, but let's see if I'm able to do this because this article gives grades to the prominent first-round rookies in their first games of the preseason. And I thought it'd be neat to look around the league. And
are we presenting something?
I'm trying to patience. Goodness gracious.
No, it's fine. I was just
I'm trying over here. There we go. There we go. To just look around the league, keep our minds fresh about, who's new and just see what they did. And Cam Ward, your favorite human?
I don't hate Cam Ward.
They gave him an A+ or an A- grade here.
I guess what I saw was the velocity and accuracy were solid.
This isn't. If you're gonna mock the article,
it's fine. It's fine. I guess he looks good. I watched a couple throws.
But we can get to guys like this.
That's what I was going to bring up. I'm sick of the Travis Hunter hate. I don't hate Travis Hunter. I think he's doing something in the sport that's really hard to do, and people are just hating on him for no reason.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's trying to do something miraculous, and if football gets its version of Shohei Ohtani, even if it's not to the excellence of what Ohtani is, I think it's good for the game. And for him to be as bold and as confident as he's been, I'm going to do this.
And he hasn't been an ass about it.
Exactly.
That's where I don't get. that's why I don't get where all the Travis Hunter hate has came from. Everybody's just hating on him. And it honestly kind of bugs me. I'm rooting for him, even though he went to Jacksonville, which is like the wasteland of first-round draft picks.
True. But Abdul Carter, my boy, looks like he did pretty good. Faced Pro Bowl Deion Dawkins, and he generated 3 pressures on all 3 of his pass rushing snaps, which does not surprise me at all.
I really thought he was going to fall to us, dude. I really thought Abdul Carter was going to fall to us.
Oh, he is going to be a freak in the NFL.
Yeah, it's like Micah Parsons. They really looked exactly the same in college. So,
Will Campbell, guy who said I would die for my quarterback.
I saw that. I thought that was kind of corny, but also funny. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't take it very seriously.
Yeah, 0 quarterback pressures, so that's good. And looks like Patriots got a gem there. Mason Graham.
I think he's going to be good against the run, especially. I know he got a C+. I'm just every guy that they grade bad, I'm just like, oh, I think this guy's going to be good.
I wanted to get your perspective on Ashton Genty because we obviously played him and bottled him up pretty dang well.
I was going to say he only had 3 rushing attempts. I kind of hate to be that guy. I thought most of it was on the offensive line. I thought our defensive line penetrated well.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm excited to see what he does. I think Pete will figure out a good way to get him involved. Offensive tackle here.
I'm gonna pretend like I watched Missouri football. I have no idea who Armand Menbow is.
Armand Membu, sir.
Yeah, I've never watched a snap of him in my life.
Tep McMillan?
Yeah.
2 snags for 43 yards. That's good. I was hoping that he might be our guy, but we have Horton here too, so that's fine.
Yeah, he's even better. Some say.
Some say. Some us. We are the some. The Saints offensive tackle looking good.
Why can't they grade him?
2 targets, 8 yards. Yeah.
But why can't they grade him?
I don't know.
It's like, whatever. I'm assuming these 2 didn't play. Michael.
I guess so. I think didn't Tyler Booker, isn't he the guy that injured himself like he's done for the year? I know the Cowboys lost a lineman for a year.
Yeah, so did the Chargers right after he signed the highest paid.
I know.
Kenneth Grant. Oh, check out Tyler Warren. I don't really care.
Bum. After
only got a B+ from Anthony Richardson, who also got hurt again.
Yeah, but he did so. Like in his second catch, he went and did something in the NFL that I thought would take a few years for him to just go and do, because he used to do this all the time at Penn State, and that was like taking a massive hit and just being like,
whatever.
Yeah, like he was that dude. And when he caught that ball and then took a more violent hit from a real NFL player and was like, puh, I'm like, oh man, like he is going to be so much fun to watch this year.
Remember when DK did that against the 49ers?
Yeah,
they tried to like go over the middle. I'm gonna miss DK, to be completely honest.
You remember all the fumbles he fumbled away because he's trying to fight for extra yards because he thinks he's the strongest human on earth.
I heard Walter Nolan did great. I'm just kidding.
Shamar Stewart.
Yeah, I get the ones that didn't play. Like I'm assuming the other ones didn't play, but Colson Loveland, they were like. Okay, here we go. Playing left guard in his preseason debut, Zabel looked like he was back at NDSU with with the ease at which he locked on and displaced defensive linemen, particularly in the run game. His burst off the snap and agility to gain leverage were outstanding. Plus, he did not give up a pressure on 11 pass blocking opportunities. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what's cool about him looking more comfortable in the run game? That's kind of what we were nervous about, that he wasn't used to kind of manhandling bigger guys because he went to North Dakota State. I feel better. Yeah, he caught a pass.
He caught a pass, but
yeah, no big deal, guys. He caught one pass. Jackson Dart, A+. Russell looking over his shoulder. But no, seriously, Gray Zabel looking good against the run really kind of says a lot that he's kind of manhandling NFL talent, because he played FCS football, right? Those guys they had defensive tackles that weighed like 180 pounds. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited about that. I was excited to see, I don't know if I said it. I know we're kind of running short on time, but I was excited to see Abe Lucas out there for the first time, like in a very long time.
Yeah, I agree.
So.
I am really rooting for him, and I hope it all works out. Like, he is very talented. He just needs to stay on the field.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like CJ Pro size. No, I'm kidding. But
you're just poking buttons now.
But no, it's kind of like Kenneth Walker this year. I mean, Kenneth Walker, Tariq Woolen, Abraham Lucas, Charles Cross got his 5th-year option, obviously. Boye Mafe, I think we talked about it last time, but they're all on contract years. And, it's kind of like prove it, especially with all those guys. I mean, Boye only had they showed the stats on Thursday, and I thought he had closer to like 9 sacks last year. He only had 6. Abe Lucas missed basically all last season. Kenneth Walker hurt every year. We need to see some stuff from these guys that we haven't seen before, or that we've seen glimpses of, or we've seen at their rookie year, especially with Tariq, So
yeah, for sure. I think people, have been quick to forget like how electric Tariq was early, and it's like nobody could figure him out. And and last year was kind of like well, does he really want it kind of thing? And hopefully all that's fixed.
Yeah. Anything else before you want to get out of here?
I'm good. This is always a highlight of my week, and look forward to being able to get off the 2-week rotation and start hitting things every week.
I was just about to bring that up. I was going to bring it up off stream because I didn't want to put you on the spot, but I'm glad we'll start doing every week again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Hey, ride or die, bud. Like, hey, you're it. I love it over here.
Let's hopefully we don't die. All right. Let's hope it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's keep riding.
let's keep riding.
All right. Well, thanks everybody that tuned in, everybody that's tuning in now, and everybody that's going to tune in the future. Make sure you subscribe to ZachTalksHawks and have a good weekend. We will see you next Wednesday.